Donald Trump is now facing his fourth indictment. He and 18 allies are accused of attempting to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia. Dr. Stephen Caliendo, professor of political science at North Central College, is joining us now live to tell us how this indictment is different from the other three. Hi, Dr. Caliendo. How are you?
Hey, Micah. How are you?
I'm good. First of all, we know that it's different because this is a state indictment as opposed to a federal. But it's also different because they're using the RICO Act. And what is the RICO Act and what does this actually mean? And is this a game changer?
Well, answering in reverse order, it's yet to be seen whether it's a game changer, although I can tell you politically it may be a game changer for a number of reasons, and for a number of reasons not. So the RICO statute is really in place to help prosecutors to root out. It started really with organized crime, but it's been used for gangs. It's been used for a number of occasions. Almost every state has one, and there's a federal RICO statute as well. As you know, there's 19 defendants in this particular case, and the argument is that they all conspired in some way to commit what's underlying crime. So any individual act that they may have taken might not have been a crime in and of itself, but together they constitute a crime. And so it's going to be a very complicated case to try, and that's why I'm not sure what a game changer it's going to be.
Well, they also only have to prove two underlying crimes, right, within that RICO Act? Just two
underlying crimes for each defendant. That's correct. If any of the defendant is proven to have done two of those predicate crimes, then they can be found guilty.
We've got people like Rudy Giuliani, Sidney Powell, Mark Meadows, who are also charged. If they don't come forward, what will that mean for possibly the case and also for the federal case?
We already saw today that Mark Meadows' attorney filed a motion under a federal law that says that cases can be moved to federal court if the person accused was engaging in their federal official duties. And that, of course, was the case for many of these defendants, not all of them, but many of them, including the president. So I expect more of those. There's some value in moving to federal court because it changes the jury pool. It also allows, if President Trump is reelected, maybe he can pardon himself. Maybe he can make charges go away. So we're going to see some of that maneuvering for sure. The Mark Meadows thing, actually, Mike, is the most interesting part to me because he's not listed in the federal case about January 6th by name, although I think we can suspect that he's one of the 6 non-named co-conspirators, and which means it suggests that he was cooperating in the federal case of Jack Smith. He is named as a defendant here, so either he wasn't cooperating or he hasn't cooperated yet with respect to what's happening in Fulton County. So I'm going to be watching that very closely as well.
How could race play in this case?
Race matters the whole way through this case, Michael. We've talked about this since what happened in January 6th. It was racial in the sense that President Trump was alleging in major cities. He was using dog whistles and code words throughout to suggest that he would have won the states if it were not for particular counties where high percentages of black folks live. Certainly, we know both with DA Bragg in New York and here with the prosecutor Willis. Exactly. In Georgia, that they're both black Americans as well. And Donald Trump reacted very violently in terms of his rhetoric to both of them. So we're talking about major cities as well, and where the jury pool could be a high percentage of black folks in the jury. So there's a racial component that we probably need to consider as we move forward and as we talk about this, Micah.
Dr. Stephen Caliendo, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
It's great to see you. It's good to see you.